Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to the Forgotten City. In the last episode, we were able to get Galerius elected, Dooley was freed, and we received the second plaque. Unfortunately, Dooley kind of proved Sentius's concerns right, because the first thing he did was nick something, and that triggered the golden rule. Oh, Dooley.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
I'm Ida, and I need you to take care of some things urgently.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
I mean, theoretically, I actually don't need to do this. Theoretically. Because I think all of this was to do it so that everyone would have a good opinion of Galerius. But, I don't want these people to be in pain. Even if I'm doing something else, I don't want them to be in pain. Yulia's dying, but Lucretia can't help her without this Sylphium. Take some of it and go, quickly.
Yulia? Oh, no. All right, I can do that.
Oh ho ho. Tell Malleolus you know his real name is Quintius thanks to Claudia and that Nero sends his regards. Then tell him to withdraw from the election and release his debt bondsman.
What? Are you... You're serious, aren't you? I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message.
Rufius has been threatening Virgil, but if you give him some of this willow bark, it will treat his rheumatism and he'll settle down.
Poor Virgil. Poor Rufius too, I guess. Alright, got it.
I need you to stop Fabia entering the empty shrine until the new arrival will find what he's looking for in there.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood.
That's it. Now go as fast as you can.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
So I note we didn't have the thing of oh, go tell Ulpius. I hope someone will just give him the memo. I hope someone will just tell him hey, you're free, don't worry about it. At least that's my hope. That's my hope. Now then. The Egyptian plaque. Yep, search the tunnels. Okay. Oh, but first things first.
How'd you do? Hello there, friend. May I say, that is a glorious bow you're carrying. Do you mind if I ask where you acquired it?
You'd never believe me. Just give me your money.
For it. But perhaps you'd be interested in selling it to me. I mean, it's not as if you have any use for it down here.
I have no need of your money. I just want to grift you.
Now you're talking, I'm interested. How about 100 denarii?
Give me your pissing money.
Oh, that's a little excessive, don't you think? It's not the bow of Ulysses we're talking about.
Money!
All right. But I'm going to need you to tell me before I pay up.
I want your money!
Wait. Let's not be too hasty, friend. I just want a little assurance that I can trust you, that's all.
Money.
I suppose you're right. All right, you drive a hard bargain, but here's your money. Now, the location of that bow.
Fuck you!
What? But I already knew that, you imbecile. Everyone knows that. I can't take that golden bow because stealing from the goddess in her own shrine would break the golden rule. You promised to tell me where I could get one of my own. What is it? Some kind of joke?
The best joke of all.
I don't believe this is happening. Don't even talk to me.
Excellent. Okay, and I heard the guys just died. Excellent. Okie doke. Now let's see what's down here. Let's see what's going on with these tunnels. Okay. Now let's take a look-see. Oh. Okay, we've entered a new area. I'm not gonna lie, part of me's every time we enter a new area, those dickhead statues are here. I don't like this. I don't like this. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine as my arm starts twitching in panic. Hello? Hello? I don't like this. I do not like this. This is, ooh. A Greek lyre, played by being strummed with a plectrum. Yeah, lots of Greek stuff. Lots and lots of Greek stuff down here. Okay, that's a big hole. No, thank you. I don't like this. I feel really very nervous. It's fine. I'm sure everything is fine. Everything is reaped. Ooh, what the fuck? Hello? You're not a statue. Oh, a Greek plaque, which translates to "the many shall suffer for the sins of the one." Hello, old man. Hi. What the fuck? What the Who the hell are you? Are you Khabash?
Come and join me by the fire.
1 second. A sculpture of an unknown Greek general. His helmet was pulled up off his head. Hello?
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
I'm Ida, you I mean, he doesn't he look like a threat? If he comes at us, we could just push him into the water. I'm Ida.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I found this place by accident. I'm looking for a plaque that was removed from the obelisk. I'm looking for Khabash. I'd rather not say. I'm looking for Khabash.
Ah, Khabash. I know this man. He came through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I've been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
Pluto, god of the underworld.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Okay. So I mean, theoretically, you could have just stumbled on this. You could have gone, like, one of the first things you could have done is wander into that temple, find that hidden door, and come on down. So this is the game's way of saying, have you done Equitia's quest line? Have you figured out you're in Hades and all of that? Okay, interesting. Sounds easy enough if I have to. But where's an option for, sure, yeah, I'd like that. That sounds cool. If I have to.
Good enough for me. Now, let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
Yes, I'm not sure it's a complex question. It's not something I often think. Well, that's the thing, it's a complex question. Right and wrong can mean very different things to different people. I'm not sure. It's a complex question.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the Golden Rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
It is. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, it is.
Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Of course, I suppose that's the thing. Whose version? What are we, like, as I keep saying, one person can have very defined ideas of what is right and what is wrong, and someone else could think, oh no, that's awful, that's horrific. I keep using gayness as an example, but as I keep saying, it's the best example I have. You've got people who are like, oh yeah, conversion therapy. That's a completely normal, valid thing to do. Like, oh, it's for the best. We want our kids to have an easier life. And, like, I'm taking this in a very sympathetic way. You could be of the opinion that, like, well, being gay, it's going to make their life harder. They're going to have to deal with homophobia. And, you know, there are some parts in the world where you can be killed for being gay. I don't want my kids to go through that. So I'm going to put them through conversion therapy so that they can have an easier life. They would view that as like, oh, I'm being morally right. And I'm like, no, that's horrific. That's horrific. I understand you have good intentions. You're not doing this because, oh, I hate gay people. You're coming at this from the angle of like, I don't want my child to suffer. Therefore, I'm going to do something to them which I hope will make their time easier. But I'm like, no, you're causing them psychological distress. Is whose version? Whose version? Whose version of right and wrong?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
Yes, there's more than one. No, I don't think so. I mean, again, I could make the argument of like, there's the idea of like, do unto others. Do unto others as you would want to be done unto you. And I think in most situations, that's going to see you right. However, again, there are some people who are like, oh, well, if I was gay, I would want to be converted. Therefore, I'm going to do that to other people. Like, I don't think there is. No, I don't think so.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I suppose we haven't figured it out yet. I think there's no such thing as a correct morality. I mean, this is... People are always going to be different. People are always going to be different. There are always going to be different ideas. And it is beautiful and terrible. Because if everyone had the same ideas, we would stagnate. Without differences of opinion, there is only stagnation and ruin. But differences of opinion can also lead to horrific things. It's... I have to go with this. I don't think we're ever going to figure anything out because that's just going to stagnate. I think there's no such thing as a correct morality.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
Wait, I want to change my answer. I think we need to decide for ourselves. I think we need to follow the laws and customs. Again, there are some places where it's like, oh, you're gay, stone them. Stone them. Oh, you're a woman? You need a man with you to go outside. You're not allowed to, like, you must not speak unless spoken to. Like, there are some societies, there are some communities that say that's perfectly valid. I heartily disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. I think it's an individual. I think we need to decide for ourselves.
So if a man feels that stoning to death his unfaithful wife is right, then is it right?
No, that's absurd.
I agree. But why? Didn't you just say right and wrong depends on the individual?
If he feels it's right to kill his wife, then he's confused or sick. Fine, I take that back. Again, but now we're getting into individual beliefs. But that's the thing. An individual is fallible. An individual is fallible. I fully admit this about myself. I'm not trying to come off as like, I am perfect and do. I'm petty as fuck. I'm petty as fuck. And I know this. Like, one of my most toxic traits, I don't like being helped. I despise being helped unless I've asked for it. Unless I have gone to someone and said, hey, please, can you help me out with this? I'm struggling. In which case, like, help me. But if someone comes up to me and is like, let me help you, I fucking hate that. There is nothing that fucks me off more. It's probably why I had such an issue with Kaito in Danganronpa V3. I despise someone forcing their help on me, because to me, what that tells me is, you're fucking stupid. You're fucking stupid. You don't know how to do this. Oh, Diddums, look at you struggling. I'm going to help you. And 9 times out of 10, that's not what the other person intends. They intend this as like, oh, I just have a desire to help. I have a desire to be kind. But that's not how I see that. I see that as someone basically saying, did you know, before you leave the house, you put on shoes? Like, that's the level I see that as. When someone helps me without my asking for it, that's how I interpret it. You're telling me that you think I am stupid and incapable, because that was my childhood. Oh, Kallista's struggling. Oh, someone help her. Someone help her. And I'm like, I'm not struggling. I just work slower than other kids. That's it. I don't need someone to come and do the work for me. Please, just let me do it on my own. And now, as an adult, anytime someone's like, let me help you, I'm like, fuck off. Fuck off with that. I'm not thick. I can do it. Just leave me be. Like, that is one of my most toxic traits. I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of it. Like, people are fallible. People are fallible. Where is that option? Who are we to say someone is confused or sick? Why can't I say this? I'm not going to take it back because it's what I believe. If he feels it's right to kill his wife, then he's confused or sick.
I see. So you get to decide right from wrong. But people who see things differently are not allowed. What makes you special?
Empathy. It's the cornerstone of human morality. Okay, I see what you mean. I completely see what you mean. I kind of want to keep going down this path because I find it interesting. I completely see what you mean. Maybe Ida is like, no. No. Empathy. It's the cornerstone of human morality.
Empathy? The emotion? Let me ask you this. Imagine you were forced to choose between the death of your beloved spouse and the death of 2 innocent strangers. Knowing there will be no legal consequences, who would you mark for death?
The trolley problem. The trolley problem. I mean, here's the thing. You're 2 strangers versus... Again, I fully acknowledge this. I'm not perfect. I'm not giving up my spouse. I'm not giving up my spouse unless my spouse has cheated on me, in which case, fuck them. But, like, assuming we have a happy marriage, assuming everything is right, fuck those strangers. The 2 strangers.
Of course. Everyone would. Our empathy, like a siren song calling us away from our true path, would lure us toward the greater evil. Can such a beguiling thing be a reliable cornerstone for anything, let alone the perfect moral code?
Wait, I want to change my answer. I suppose not. What's your point? I'm not going to change my answer. I suppose not. What's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
Fair point. I'm not sure about that. What about do not kill? Well, here's the thing. Again, do not kill. But there are times when killing is necessary, like when you're defending someone. Like, if you're doing it because, like, well, shit, it's them or me, then yeah, you're gonna fight to the death. I'm not gonna lie, I think there are some people who deserve to die. I'm not out here calling for the death penalty, but I'm just saying, if I hear that a pedophile's been killed, oh no, how sad. What a shame. I like this. I like a philosophical discussion. I'm happy. Like, let's keep going. I'm not sure about that. What about do not kill?
Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made, such as where it is necessary for self-defense or to prevent a greater evil. For any rule, you can imagine there are countless situations in which that rule may be suspended, and those situations are impossible to codify. If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
I agree. Sure, why not? I'm not sure about that. I think you're wrong. No, I agree. I don't think there will be... I don't think there will ever be a utopia, because as I said, that would require everyone agreeing to the same thing, and that will only create stagnation. If we have no difference of opinions, no difference of ideas, society will stagnate. I agree.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
Yeah. What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm listening.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunk mercenary. It became heated. He drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Why do I get the feeling that you're probably based off a real person? I'm not big on my philosophers. I'm not big on my, ancient Greek, ancient Roman philosophers, so I have no idea. But that story about, like, oh yeah, I left Corinth and I was a really forceful debater and I went up against a drunk mercenary and I died. I'm like, I bet that's probably a real life philosopher. I just don't know who. Hades? You mean Pluto?
They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
Why can't you return to the surface?
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
Why can't you tell me your name?
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Where is everyone else?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, But one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Khabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
How have you survived down here?
Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation, so I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
Let's talk about something else.
As you wish.
Do you know a way out of here?
Ha! If I did, would I be living like this?
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me. Ha!
Do you know where I can find a plaque that was removed from the
You
obelisk?
seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription.
That's the one.
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you, if Khabash had not already taken it.
Alright, then tell me where Khabash is.
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the shrine of Persephone became the shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
I'm with you so far. What does this have to do with Khabash? Well, I mean, here's... So we have the Romans, we have the Greeks, we have the Egyptians, and then we have something completely unknown. Everyone nicks from everyone. Everyone nicks from... I mean, look, I'm British. I'm British. Our national dish is like the, what is it, chicken tikka masala or something like that. Like, everyone nicks from everyone and claims it as their own. Like, the Romans nicked from the Greeks. Where did the Greeks nick their shit from? Like, it's all built on stuff. Everything's built on the bones of our forebears and all of that gubbins. I mean, Khabash. Is Khabash Egyptian? Is Khabash... The only thing I know about Khabash is that he saw someone called Kirti. I'm not familiar with Egyptian names, but if you gave me okay, here are all the characters in this game, which one's Egyptian, I'd probably pick out Khabash, because I'm like, well, that's the most different. That name is the most different. I'm thinking, did the Greeks nick their shit from the Egyptians and Khabash has found this out and he's gone a wee bit mental? He's had a wee bit of a breakdown. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
What did it say? How did it get here? What did it say?
We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Khabash's trail.
Yeah, everyone's nicking from everyone. What's in there?
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
Okay, a rusty old key to the metal gate of the catacombs. Yep, yoink. I'll be going now.
I enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
Alright, I will. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, sir. Yep, a Greek flag. Okay. Well, I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we follow Khabash's trail. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members, such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.